A rivet and a bolt can look like simple pieces of metal, but each represents a different way of holding a structure together. One is permanently deformed during installation. The other is tightened with threads and can be removed later. Both have been trusted where failure can become serious. A joint carries force can matter just as much as the metal. So if you put a rivet and a bolt under the same load, which one is actually stronger? The answer depends on more than the fastener itself. Before we compare them, it helps to understand why these methods were developed, right here, on History of Simple Things. A rivet starts as a smooth metal pin. During installation, its end is deformed to create another head, locking the pieces together permanently. Hot riveting added another effect. As the heated rivet cooled, it contracted and pulled the plates together, creating clamping force. Bolts work differently. A bolt passes through aligned holes and is tightened against a nut, producing tension in the bolt and compression in the connected parts. Clamping force matters because the fastener need not carry the entire load. Friction between clamp surfaces can transfer part of the force, while the fastener carries the rest if movement occurs. So we are comparing two different joint systems. The word stronger sounds simple, but engineers have several definitions in practice. A fastener might be strong in tension, resisting a force that pulls it apart, or in shear, resisting a sideways force across its diameter. The surrounding plate can also fail by tearing, deforming around the fastener, or breaking across a row of holes. Then there is fatigue, where repeated loads gradually create cracks even when individual loads remain below the breaking strength. This is why saying one fastener is simply stronger can be misleading. A connection has to be judged as a complete system, including material, size, number, hole geometry, joint thickness, installation, and type of load. Rivets earn their reputation in heavy structures partly because their simplicity can be an advantage. A properly installed rivet has no threads to strip, no nut to loosen, and no tightening torque to control. In older hot-riveted construction, the cooling rivet could clamp the plates together, while the rivet also transferred load through bearing. Riveted joints can therefore be remarkably durable, and many older bridges and steel structures show that well-designed connections can last for decades. But their strength is not automatic. Holes still remove material from plates, and poorly fitted rivets can reduce performance. Modern engineering can also create bolted joints with controlled preload that changes the comparison. The biggest advantage of a properly designed high-strength bolted joint is control. A bolt can be tightened to a specified preload, clamping the connected parts together with a target force. In a friction-type joint, that clamping force can help prevent plates from slipping, reducing cyclic movement reaching the fastener and holes. Preload can also improve fatigue performance because an external load does not necessarily appear as an equally large change in bolt stress. Some of it first changes the compression of the joint. This does not mean every bolt is stronger. A loose, poorly sized, or improperly installed bolt can perform badly. But well-designed structural connections using high-strength preloaded bolts generally have the advantage. The fastener is not always the part that breaks first. If holes are too close to an edge, the plate can tear. If the fastener is too small, the plates can deform around the hole. If the load is poorly distributed, one fastener may carry much more force than its neighbors. With bolts, Threads introduce stress concentrations, and improper preload can allow movement, loosening, or fatigue damage. Rivets have their own concerns, including imperfect installation, corrosion, and fatigue around the holes. Fastener shape and spacing matter. Shear fatigue can depend on friction, clamping, geometry, and how the load is shared rather than simply nominal fastener strength. A strong fastener cannot rescue a badly designed joint. Now we can answer the question. If we compare a traditional riveted connection with a properly engineered high-strength bolted connection of suitable size, the bolt usually has the advantage in overall structural performance, particularly when controlled preload and fatigue resistance matter. That is one reason bolting replaced much of traditional structural riveting. Bolts can provide high clamping forces and can be inspected, replaced, and designed for tension or shear. But this is not a universal victory. A specific rivet can be stronger than a specific bolt if its material, diameter, installation, and joint design better suit the load. In engineering, the question is rarely which object is strongest. It is which connection carries the load most reliably. The winner is not determined by appearance. A rivet looks permanent and simple, while a bolt can be tightened and removed, but neither quality alone tells us how a joint will behave. Strength comes from the entire connection. Material, geometry, clamping force, load direction, fatigue, and installation all work together. Rivets proved permanent fastening could survive enormous forces for generations. Modern high-strength bolting added something different: the ability to control clamping and design the joint around it. So in a general modern engineering comparison, a properly designed high-strength bolted joint usually wins. But fasteners are only one part of strength. The achievement is designing the whole joint to work together. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.